Do you enjoy a dystopian science fiction tale with high stakes and serious consequences? Helldivers was written for you. Join me today and learn more. I have read a lot of speculative fiction by Nicholas Sansbury Smith. He lives in the fantastical science fiction lane, often dystopian, sometimes apocalyptic, occasionally even involving aliens. But I believe his piece de la resistance is his Helldiver series. And by his own admission, this is the world he's created that he most enjoys exploring with his literature. I've previously reviewed this series when there were 10 books out, about a year and a half ago. But now books 11 and 12 have come out, which completes the core Helldiver series. So I'm back today to discuss that big finish, to give an overview of the series as a whole, really quick, top layer. I will not spoil it all for you, but if you've read it, you should definitely enjoy what I'm talking about here. This is an author who knows how to land the plane well when finishing a series. Helldivers is about a world where a few hundred years ago, on our planet, nuclear war occurred and left the world a radioactive wasteland. But humanity was not wiped out. Rather, the last remnants of humanity took to the skies in great airships, specially designed dirigibles built to last, flying high above the volatile radioactive storms remaining after the nuclear war. This provided homes for entire communities where they would stay, passing the decades until the world might one day again become survivable. Helldivers gets its name due to the fact that to stay airborne for all that time, fully functional on these dirigibles, and to keep the habitats sustainable well beyond, as it turns out, the originally anticipated time span, it has become necessary to send people down to this toxic radioactive surface to find and secure supplies and materials. There are places where they historically have records the things were stored, were sitting when the world went to kaput, and they can still get to many of these locations, but it is not easy and it is not for the faint of heart. See, conditions do not allow for these airships to ever land. Weather conditions in most places are still so horrendous, they would severely damage, potentially crash these ships. And then you've got, hundreds of people whose lives you've just destroyed. The last hope of humanity, it's too big a risk to take. Plus, the ground itself has many dangers, even if you could get down to it. Radioactive, mutated life forms that will kill you in an eye blink, and even more dangerous surprises. I mean, that's just where it starts. So, to deal with this, an elite force has developed the Helldivers. These men and women literally dive down through the storms at extreme velocity, just nosing through these storm clouds, hoping to get through them before a suit frying lightning strike. Speed is their only ally in that, and luck. And then once through the storms, they deploy chutes and hope to find a safe fish place to land. Once the Helldivers complete a mission, if they are able to complete it, they deploy a helium tank, which creates this big balloon that jerks them back up into the sky, back up through the clouds, where again they have to hope the lightning doesn't get them. And once above the clouds, the airship can move in and reclaim them. There used to be a whole bunch of these airships, and all of them had Helldivers, but over time, airships have failed. Airships have gone out of contact, and the story starts when we've got just one left. This is the last chance for humanity. So these Helldivers, absolutely essential that they are effective to keep the last remnants of humanity alive. Now, this is extremely dangerous work. The Helldivers, there is an incentive. They get the best of food and the best of supplies because they need to be in the best of shape of anyone on the ship. But still, regardless of their training and their fitness, most hell divers die in the line of duty. Rarely might one retire, and usually because they're too injured to continue. They don't age out. And no one has made it through 100 dives. Until Xavier Rodriguez, who's known to his friends as X. In great part, Helldivers, this is his story. We've learned over the course of the series that the destruction of the former world was not entirely humanity's fault. I mean, it was, but they didn't mean to do it. You see, artificial intelligence played a role, and yes, mankind created artificial intelligence, but they didn't intend for the robots to rise up with the decision that the world would be a better place without humans. So one of the major themes of the first 10 books was putting to rest that still very real threat, because robots don't die. Artificial intelligence doesn't just fade away. It's still lurking. We've also learned that there were actually numerous places on the surface of the planet where humanity has survived. Not just living in their orchards and vineyards and, sipping Mai Tais all day. Life is really hard wherever they're at. But there are some places they've managed to pull it off. The Vanguard Islands, the Coral Castle. But nothing is sustainable for much longer. Humanity, in whatever way it's managed to last this long, is running out of time. The radioactive storms have persevered far too long. The sun is not coming out, and time is running out. The last 2 books of the story are the final play for the human race, an effort to get to weather control stations, one up in the Arctic, the other in the Antarctic. Weather stations that, if they were activated, could potentially be the reset button on our planet. Could rein these storms back in, let the sun come through, and give the world a chance to truly rebound. This won't make all the remaining hazards go away, but it will give life more of a chance on the surface, and humanity could probably spread out and settle and hold their own again. There would be finally a chance. So, why haven't they done this years before? Why didn't they reset these? Well, it turns out one segment of the survivors of humanity did try to get these going once before, and it did not end well. But now they've got X, and he and the Helldivers might just be the difference. This is a very satisfying series conclusion. It ends well. I don't mean that everyone gets a happy ending, far from it, but where the series concludes feels right. And I even more vociferously now recommend this series. The good news for my fellow Helldiver fans is that Nick Smith says he's working on spin-offs and prequels. He's not done telling stories in this world because he's having too much fun with it. So if you love the world of the Helldivers, as I do, you have more books to look forward to. That's where I'll leave you today. There are links to the Helldiver series down in my show notes. While there, you can also see all the other ways that you can interact with Zach and I, not just watching our videos. Social media, Discord, it's all there. But definitely comments. We'd love to hear comments. So write down in the comment box here on YouTube. Anything you put, I'll respond. And we hope you will like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you catch the other episodes as they come out. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you next time.